1% of dudes rapping, they ain't nice as me. 98% ain't live the same type of life as me. The judge gave me life and then they sent me where the life is be. That level 4 with depth and vice, the type of stuff they like to see. Two choices, fight or flee. I refuse to die a chump. I never been a mark, but damn, it's scary when that riot jump. I seen dudes cry, get pumped, and some sexually brutalized. Knew a dude who lost his life and he was only doing 5 year-long racial fights when homie all you do is ride. Lonely days and nights up in a hole causing suicide. From the moment you arrive, you see the Mexican mafia, AB skinheads with big giant swastikas, pro-black philosophers, the BGF, the Kumi, and Muslims who will murk you from the nation to the Sunni. That MS was loony, quick to ride up on they rival. Even Christians went to church, hide knives up in a Bible. Political and tribal, the Crips and Damus, the Long Beach, the Hubs and the Dubs and the Grooves, the IE, the Bakersfield, the Dago Pyrus, the Hustlers quick to roll, the gangsters gon' move.
So in this video coming up right here, I'm gonna be doing a reaction to a reaction of another video, right? And in this video right here, man, I'm gonna keep it 100. I got a little passionate, right? Because it's hard. I feel that I always keep it clean cut across the board, regardless of race, regardless of gang, regardless of group or whatever, right? And you have so many people, it seems like, in the comments who at times, man, will just basically be on some BS, right? Dudes, you have dudes on both sides of the spectrum, right? Both races who don't want peace or for whatever, right? They want to just get in the comments and they want to talk and talk crazy and this and that. But I mean, at times it's hard to, you know, for me to try to stay unbiased when I see so much BS, right? I see, regardless of what video a dude puts up, you always gonna have people in the comments who wants racial unrest and who wants bull stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying all that to say, I don't know how much of this video I'm going to edit, because at times, like I say, man, I get passionate about the stuff too, because it seems like dudes will clearly want to ignore what's in front of our faces and just want to go for some BS. Real quick, man, I had a homie tell me one time in prison, right? We was getting ready to have a rap contest, and he said, man, chill, I'm going to vote for you regardless of who win. I'm going to vote for you regardless of who may be the better rapper. It doesn't matter, homie. You the homie. I'm supporting you regardless of whatever. I told him, no, homie, if you think somebody is better, then get that dude his props, right? But I say that to say, you have a lot of individuals with the same mentality, man. They will support people of their race regardless of the situation. They don't want to be truthful. They just want to be supportive of their people, right? And so, you know, anyway, let's I was gonna say some more stuff, but let's hop into the video, man.
What's good with it, yo? It's your boy Santo G, back at it. You already know, spreading unity, prosperity, and respect above all. So
now hold on, stop right there, man. Now, first and foremost, don't let it go past you guys' heads that the first thing he said he's spreading is unity. My question is, how the hell are you spreading unity when you show these inflammatory videos and you react to these inflammatory type videos, man? This dude, I seen a little bit of his content before, and he says that he was a gang member and he was out in the street and stuff like that. So you have to know that, man, when you show these type of videos of one race being targeted by multiple people of another race, it's going to inflame some passionate feelings. It's going to flame angriness and all type of stuff. Just look at the dude's comments, man. The dude's comments is filled with hate. But anyway, hate behind this particular video. But anyway, let's get into it.
Today, I got a reaction to a blog from Roughneck TV. Now, this ain't no reaction to bash anybody or anything like that. Salute Roughneck, but I seen something that I was like, man, I need to do a reaction to this.
And once again, real quick, Roughneck TV, I've seen a tiny bit of his content. He is of Mexican and black descent. And I think that he said that in prison, he ran with the Hispanics. I'm not 100% sure, so don't quote me. But he is of Mexican and black descent. So he's the one who put this original content out.
Let me know your guys' take on it. So he goes out there, links up with homeboy right here, known as Trooper. I guess he's been going viral on TikTok or I don't know what platform. So he links up with him. He does a vlog. They're walking around. He's chopping it up with him. And you're going to see in a little bit, an older raza dude, older Hispanic, walks up trying to introduce himself, talking about he tats or something like that. And to me, it seems like Homeboy got mad that the attention went to Homeboy and not him no more. And it started a whole altercation to where they ended up packing Homeboy out. So let's get into it, man. This is reaction to Roughneck TV and them packing out an older Hispanic dude. Let's go. So here it comes. Like, you guys want a tattoo or something. That's what he wrote up saying. Listen, and I ain't trying to say Roughneck himself is racist, because he caught a case defending the raza when they did the protest. He caught a case beating some dude up for saying some things to, I believe, some ladies or some kids that were there. So I'm not saying he's that, but I feel like this right here was wrong. Not everything is content.
Now, he also says not everything is content. And like I said, Roughneck is the individual who originally put this video up of the older Hispanic dude, I guess, being, attacked by, he says 10 blacks. So, but he says not everything is content, but then he turns around and he makes it content by reacting to it and giving it more legs. And like I said, of course, when you have videos like this, man, you are definitely going to get some people angry, upset, and it's going to turn into a mess.
Okay, look, it's coming. Let's see.
Hey, I ain't niggas like you.
Listen.
I ain't niggas like you. I ain't niggas like you.
Knock, knock. I don't want to disrespect your video. I do tattoos.
I'm trying to get everybody happy.
I want you to do tattoo.
He starts laughing like a cat. This is what tripped me out. Homeboy walks up like, hey, knock, knock. I don't mean to disrupt your guys' video, man, but I do tattoos, woo woo. Earlier, right, this is what distracted me, is Homeboy starts laughing like a straight J-cat. He says that Homeboy spits on him and that's why they end up packing him out, but I didn't see that. Let's wind it back. Listen to the homie.
Now, I'm not going to react to a whole lot of his video because I got some other stuff that I wanted to talk about, right? But I just wanted to show this particular video. And when I was reading through the comments of Roughneck TV, somebody was saying that this is actually at a homeless encampment, right? And so we already know the type of stuff that goes on at homeless encampments, man. You have a lot of people on drugs. You have a lot of people who have mental disabilities. They used to have a homeless encampment in Banning, and I would go down there and drop off clothes and this and that. Every time I went there, at least every other time, man, I had to talk dudes down from fighting. They're fighting about this. They're fighting about that. They have a lot of mental issues and just a lot of financial issues and things that makes them become angry, right? But let's just show this part right here. You do have a large crowd of black dudes, man, trying to jump a older Hispanic man. Let's pause and take even Hispanic out of the question. He's an older man, right? I'm from the generation where that's coward activity, right? You trying to jump an older dude, that's coward activity, man. Regardless of him being black, Hispanic, Asian, white, that's coward activity, period, trying to jump anybody, right? I was raised in the era, 1971 is when I was born, man. I grew up in the era where my uncle and them would take me in the backyard, teach me how to fight. And it was a thing of pride to know how to handle yourself as a man. People took pride in squabbing one-on-one. So I feel anybody jumping anybody is coward activity. Of course, these dudes is cowards. That was a weak situation, right? Let's just show a little bit of this. I don't want anybody out there, black, white, Mexican, or whatever, to think that I support this type of activity whatsoever in any form, shape, or fashion. Straight buster type stuff, right? Coward activity, man. If you gonna try to jump somebody, to me, use a weak cat. But let's look at some of this.
Look. Don't put the camera down now. Look at that. For what? For what? For what?
If they do go on to physically assault and jump this dude, right? So if you guys want to check that out, go watch Santo G's video or go watch Roughneck's video, Roughneck TV's video, because they jumped the dude, they attack him, they assault him, 3 or 4 dudes, you know, they got other dudes surrounding him with like they trying to hit him with scooters and a big old piece of wood. To me, once again, man, that is the activity of cowards. I do not promote that stuff. Them dudes are extremely weak for that stuff, right? But like I said earlier, somebody said that this is an actual homeless encampment. I went to Roughneck TV's video and he says, yeah, man, he doesn't say, yeah, it's a homeless encampment. He just says under the comment where somebody says this is a homeless encampment, he says this is a street vlog, basically saying like, yeah, this is the type of spots that I hit, right? And so my whole question, right, and I left a comment in Santo G's thing, is my whole thing is, why promote this type of BS, you know, going on between two races? Because this isn't just this is more than words, right? This is actually a video of somebody being physically assaulted, and of course that is going to bring anger in those who are Hispanic, right? Especially those who are not willing to realize that. Let me just say this before I say that, right? I've realized in the course of doing YouTube at times, there's no sense in trying to be logic with people who are illogical, because sometimes people want to view things only as they want to view him. So back to my comment. My comment to Santo G was this here, man. You have been in the street, right? He's a gang member. He's been to prison, a former gang member or something like that, right? He's been to prison. So you know, at times, unfortunately, this is the type of BS that goes on in the streets. But if we highlight and give legs to every single video that we see where you have a group of people attacking another group of people, then it's not going to do anything to promote any type of unity. Like I said, don't let it go over your head. It's one of the first things he says in his video is here to promote unity. Promote unity among who then? It can't be among the races, right? So, to me, it's just crazy, because if you are on YouTube and you search this type of stuff and look up this type of stuff, you're going to see many videos like this, right, where you are going to have people being jumped by other people teaming up on other people, so on and so forth, right? I've seen many videos. I know I'm not the only one that's seen it. Maybe a month or two ago, you had a video of a black dude. He appeared to be of high school age. He got into a fight and was jumped by 5 or 6 Mexican dudes, right? They're out there fighting. So this is the type of stuff, unfortunately, that goes on in the street right now. Had I reacted to that video, said, hey man, look at the Mexicans jumping this black guy, you know, it's gonna cause an uproar. It's gonna be more than just the same type of uproar that you may have had from Lucky saying the comments that he said. But my thing is, that's what happens when people start doing tit for tat. People don't want to necessarily try to do things to solve the problems. They want to start pointing out the negative stuff about other races. One of the first videos that I seen about this dude, he was talking about the blacks in prison do not check paperwork, right? Now, regardless of how many videos that I will put up of other blacks who are doing time that says, yeah, this collective, we check paperwork. Does every single black check paperwork? Of course not, right? And I can't say that because I don't function with them. And I have seen many Mexican YouTubers come on and say the blacks don't check paperwork. They're saying all the blacks, right? So to me, it seems like anytime a person puts out a video to shine a negative light on an individual or a race or a group, that's racial behavior, right? I don't do videos to put negative lights on anybody, right? When I first started doing YouTube, I would use sometimes some of the real names in my stories. Once I saw that was starting to get a negative response, that's why I stopped using nicknames. If a person's name, let's just say, was Stone, I may just call him Rock. I don't put out videos to try to cast a negative light, right? I got to keep it 100. And I seen in the comments where somebody said, you know, it's funny how the Rasa used to support 16, but he's been kind of biased lately or whatever, right? To me, I think it's funny that when you keep it real about people and you say things that they agree with, they like you. when you keep it real and say things that also are negative, then all of a sudden now you're in question and so on and so forth, right? I have seen many videos, and I put up a video one time talking about where you had a Southsider saying that he was in Ironwood and they was not checking paperwork on AR. I see a lot of videos that seem to be contrary to some of the things that are in relation to the Southsiders in prison and so on and so forth. I don't put those videos up. I don't try to highlight those videos and say, see, man, this guy is saying something that is opposite of the norm that's being put out there, right? Of the more popular beliefs about this and that. I don't do videos like that, right? And so, it's crazy because, like I said, if we look on YouTube long enough, we can all find these videos, man. A couple of days ago, I seen a video of two Southsiders, and they obviously had recorded this video. They were somewhere in LA in the West Adams district, and they happened to catch an enemy walking through their hood. Now, this enemy just so happened to be Hispanic as well. They pulled up on this dude, pulled out guns on him, told him don't be walking through here, and dissed his hood right in front of him. But my point of saying that to say is, if that just so happened to be two black dudes who had done that to a Mexican, then of course it would have been a different type of reaction. So my whole point of saying once again is, those are things that go on out there in the street. Those are things that happen in the street. So when street individuals are involved in street activities at times, that's the stuff that happens with these individuals right here. Some of these dudes, man, may be homeless. Some of them, this dude right here, the black dude that's laughing and acting all crazy, this dude seems like he's on drugs. So I understand that this is an unfortunate situation. But Santo G, do not try to make it seem like the blacks are the only ones that's doing this type of stuff, right? And so and trying to find that video real quick that I was talking about, where you had the black dude, the young black dude being jumped by several Hispanics or whatever. I searched something real quick, and this video that I'm about to show you guys popped up, right? So of course, YouTube has a policy against violence, and the video doesn't even get actually physical. They cut it off before the end. But you have a black dude and a Mexican dude getting ready to catch a head-up fight just between them two. Shout out to, you got some Hispanics there that's also trying to break the stuff up. So shout out to those individuals, right? They didn't want it to get physical. But in the course of the video, these dudes are talking back and forth, and they run around the dudes trying to break them up, and they try to get at each other. While they are talking stuff going back and forth, they show a picture of a Mexican dude who has a knife behind his back. You can clearly see he has a vicious looking knife. And the second these two dudes go at each other, the Mexican dude runs over there to jump in a one-on-one fight. And of course, he got the knife on him, so we all know he fits to get cracking with the knife. He got the knife out. I'm gonna show you guys a picture. Standing behind his back, he's ready. You know what I'm saying? So before they actually engaged each other, they cut the video off. So who knows what happened, right? But my whole point of saying this, Santo G, you have that Mexican dude willing to run over there and jump a black dude, possibly stab him and kill him, right? Behind a one-on-one fight. So my whole point once again is, man, unfortunately, that is the stuff that goes on in the street. Every time we see a video that gets us passionately angry because the video is among racial lines, we can be doing this all damn day. That's the stuff that goes on out there in the street, Santo G. So you got to stop promoting and giving legs to the crap, right? It's a lot of videos we see that we don't like. You know what I'm saying? So to me, that's why I hate getting into all these type of videos, because you have so many people on different groups, you know, of different races, the blacks and the Mexicans getting in their feelings. Of course, we see stuff like this. We don't like it, right? But don't act like it doesn't go on both sides, man. We have many videos, right, where people are disrespecting other people along racial lines, right? So that's my whole point, man. Let's just keep the stuff real and don't even highlight these type of activities, man. Anyway, Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy 16 to life. Resume normal program.